Today's leaks finally brought us a closer look into Julian Loki and his purpose in the NEL, while also giving us a look at the new leaderboard and bid rankings. What's going on, everyone? My name is Animasu, and today I'll be going through the Blue Lock Chapter 246 leaks with you all. If you enjoy the content I push out and would like to support your boy, please be sure and check that you're subscribed to the channel, commenting on my videos, and also check out my community Discord down in the description if that interests you. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and please have an amazing day for me. The chapter starts off with the intro text saying, "A secret training for two. Overcome this adversary and prove your own worth." We then start off in the Germany Stratum training field, where Igaguri and Kiyora can be seen practicing together. Kiyora then suddenly dashes right past Igaguri, leaving the monk falling flat on his ass. Igaguri is still adamant to run it back, however, as he really wants to prove his worth, and Noah too can actually be seen watching them from afar. This is definitely hinting at Noah planning to use Igaguri in his own weird way, but I'm still curious if you guys think it'll get him into the Blue Lock 23. I'm hopeful for my boy, but I would really rather see that spot go to someone more interesting and better. The chapter then flashes forward to the Germany Stratum monitoring room, where everyone is all sat around ready to see the latest rankings. With matches 7 and 8 finally coming to a close, this salary list is all the more important. As both Yukimi and Gagamaru also point out, these are the final bids for all members of Italy's Ubers, as they have just finished their final match in the NEL. Isagi, however, is just thinking in his head as always that these final evaluations are his target to surpass. The announcer goes on to say that there are 35 players currently with a bid. However, to make the U20 Japan team, you need to make the top 23. I'll pop the leaderboard up on the screen here, but let's go over some of the notable jumps and drops. Bachira and Aiku have obviously made their marks and have leaped up a ton, with Nagi and Reo being in 11th and 15th now. Even they point out that they really need to grow and make a showing in their final game, and I'm really interested to see how that happens. Also, Hiyori and Ryusei are just now barely in the top 23, with even Fukaku Gen now being at 19th. Getting into the big boy territory, Shidou Ryusei has managed to leap up all the way to 4th place now, as he has a huge smirk on his face. His goal, I guess, is just to bag 100 million value, however he also sings out how number 1 is now within range for him. Isagi, yoichi, and barou are now both tied in the top 2 as well, with 150 million yen bids for each of them. Barou can't even shit-talk our boy here, because all he has to say is, "We're tied, you loser." He knows Isagi has one more game as well to surpass his value, so Barou definitely can't be too happy. The first place is obviously still the emo himself, Itoshi Rin, with a now whopping 198 million bid value. Going up once again, this does nothing but motivate Isagi even more to make it to that spot and take number 1 for himself. Anyways, Noah then suddenly walks into the monitoring room to drop a serious truth bomb on his players. He basically tells them that whether you're barely in the top 23 or you're aiming for number 1, the goal for all of them is still the same. Show off your abilities rationally and calmly and catch this W. Bastard Munich will now have their strategy meeting for the final game. However, for us, we'll be looking over at the France's PXG Locker-room. Julian Loki congratulates them all on their good work as a singularity, as he'll always go on to tell them what they need to each improve on. Itoshi Rin is doing well as he's taken 4 total shots, with 3 of them being on target or goals. Loki suggests that he could definitely increase the amount of shots he takes, as Rin's versatile and could definitely improve from trying new stuff. Shidou, however, has taken 12 damn shots, with only 3 of them being on target. So Loki tells him to improve on his accuracy, obviously, and raise his range as well. Karasu needs to improve on his duel winning rate, Tokimitsu needs to improve on his coordination with the backline, and his advice for Nanase is to simply polish his ball touch technique. I cannot wait to see these newly improved players on PXG, because I heavily rock with every single Blue Locker on the team. Nanase especially I want to see improve a ton, and at least serve a decent role in the game against his old homie Isagi. Anyways, as Loki is still talking, Charles Cavalier tries to slowly sneak out of the room, which leads to Loki kicking a ball straight into his face. He then pesters that he hasn't given Charles his homework and stuff to improve on yet. However, Charles just complains that Loki is too serious and the meetings are too long. Then revealing some crucial information, however, Loki says that he only joined the NEL to nurture Charles anyways. He's in need of a top passer to bring him to the top, and he believes that Charles has the talent to do so. Also being 15, which is even younger than the prodigy Loki, Charles also needs to study for the future of France to become the best alongside Loki. Charles seems to be an unserious, immature kid still, however, as he covers his ears and asks Tokimitsu to let him know when Loki's done. Loki continues, however, to lecture Charles, pointing out that he still lacks an overwhelming amount of experience as he's just 15, being the reason he came here to study in the first place. Charles, however, just asked if he's done, leading Loki to ask how long he plans to be so immature and careless. Charles explains that he doesn't want to do what he's told because he's which means somebody who likes doing the opposite of what they're told. Loki tests this theory by telling Charles that he'll actually not have to listen to him anymore, which then leads to Charles saying that he will now listen. Jesus almighty, Loki is really out here dealing with a 15-year-old child, two zesty and emo powerhouses that don't like each other, and a bunch of other misfits. He's doing God's work as a coach by somehow keeping this team together and competent. Anyways, Loki goes on to speak to the entire team here, explaining how they have usually been running the dual systems of Rin and Shidou, two strikers with entirely special personalities, which served as an experiment to help Charles grow his own abilities. This led to other players adapting to this by choosing their own path of existence, which also helped them grow as individuals. The thing is though, their final match will be against Bastion Munich and NEL Noah, a completely undefeated team just like PXG. He points out that their formation too is just as deadly, with Isagi and Kaiser coexisting and competing on the same field at the same time. PXG, however, has been using Rin and Shidou on two completely different formations, changing them out every 15 minutes along with other members. Loki, however, finds Bastion Munich's abnormal formation to be interesting, however, so going into the next match, PXG2 will lead their own irregular formation, using Rin and Shidou as double aces at the same time. Shidou and Rin are obviously completely fine with this, as it puts them on a full-out brawl, a four-way battle of monsters for the final match. Finishing out with these words, Loki tells them to please the dual beast of Rin and Shidou to win against Bastion Munich, with this being their final piece of homework. The outro text here says, "Face Germany head-on with an irregular and abnormal formation. Trigger an unknown chemical reaction with Rin and Shidou's coexistence." This just has me so hyped, guys, because even the outro text here is teasing a potential Shidou x Rin chemical reaction. I wonder which one will end up making the assist to the other, as we 100% will be seeing them link up for a super crazy goal. Who are you guys most excited to see work alongside them, or what chemical reactions are you looking forward to? With that, all we're left with is chapter 247's upcoming title, being Originality. I really have no clue who or what this could be referring to, so let me know if you guys have any idea. Maybe it has something to do with Isagi's training or Igaguri, but we'll just have to wait and see. As always, if you all enjoy the content I push out and would like to support the grind, please do check that you're subscribed to the channel, commenting on my videos, and even check out the community Discord down in the description if that interests you. Nitro boosters and channel members do get sneak peeks in the future content, so just figured I'd let you know that too. I hope you all continue to have an amazing and safe day for me, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video.